Welcome back, SimGamers. Here is the situation. We are waiting on the shoreline until we get a ship. We have a bunch of loose ends with our sextant that we need to address. And we can only do those if we actually get a ship. We have added Jeffrey to the party, who is a frontline fighter, and if he ever hits anything, we'll see what kind of damage he's doing. Sim and Dupree both have magic weapons. So a lot of these deeper parts of the dungeon crawl, we're fighting creatures that are taking reduced damage from non-magic weapons. Should actually be a lot simpler. Come on, Jeffrey. You're this is your chance to shine. It's your chance to shine, buddy. Well, we have checking our supplies. We have basically our game starting allotment of rations. We have plenty of magic gems, keys, torches. We do now have a sextant we can use, and it tells me our location is 22237. So that reminds me, we need to read our journal. And we're looking for something for the Shrine of Humility. A silver horn leading to past the daemons, guarded by the Shrine of Humility, lies on a sandy island off the tip of Spiritwood. Okay? Go back. The Abyss. Yes. A magic wheel of the HMS Cape lies in the deep waters off of the bay of the Cape of Heroes. Near latitude 215 and longitude 96. And the Skull of Mundane lies amidst three volcanoes east of Serpent's Hold, near latitude 245, 197. So there's three things right there we need to go digging up. We have the Book of Truth. The Bell of Courage is also at a deep well at sea, latitude 208, 176. So there was the horn, the wheel of the HMS Cape, Skull of Mundane, and this Bell of Courage, which we can finally locate because we have, or maybe much easier to locate because we have the sextant with us. I don't think there's anything new from the Codex. What about other quests? Lighter than Air Machine. We still need to get our Mystic Armor and Mystic Sword. That's right. There's a Mystic Staff as well, which can only be claimed by the Avatar. We found that in the Cave of the White Stone. The Mystic Staff is an embellishment that I added to the game. Basically, there was a particular type of mystic weapon. There's the Mystic Bow, I think, that very few people could use. Maybe Iolo was only one of people who could use it. In the NES version, I don't know exactly. Never actually played the NES version. So I kind of adapted that idea, riffed on it a little bit. And I'm like, you know that girl Katrina who's just a lowly shepherd and above not much else is very lucky? Wouldn't it be cool if at the end of the game she got a magic weapon that made her frickin' metal? Because it's a little she's not a great spellcaster, doesn't have great spellcasting stats, doesn't have a lot of mana, doesn't do a lot of damage, isn't very defensive. Very hard to hit with status effects, but other than that, is a difficult party member to excel with. However, all of a sudden at the end of the game, she gets on par with everybody else with that magic staff. So we're hanging tight for some pirates, for us to do some piratical pirating. I want to see. We're still not an avatar of compassion. We are an avatar of valor and justice. We are not an avatar of sacrifice yet. We could become an avatar of honor, so all we need to do is stop by that shrine. Spirituality we are an avatar of, I can see from the symbol above, and humility is the other one that we need to get. So we have honor and humility are ready to go as soon as we find a boat. Then we can sail over there and do all the ocean voyage stuff. This might be a little bit of a longer episode. I think I want to do all of that in this episode. And then that clears the way for pure dungeon crawls going forward. But first we need to get attacked by pirates. Come on, pirates, I know you want to. If I had saved enough money to buy a skiff, this would be a little bit easier. Because I could sail around a lot of the islands on a skiff. But I didn't. There is a portal that I don't care to take right now. I need a ship. Means I need pirates. There we go. And rogues. Given how much of a punishment we've been giving these overland creatures lately, our threat level is actually pretty low, which is why encounter times are taking their sweet time to get us. Well, if I don't get some pirates right away, what I can do is gate over to Trinsic. And, he stole 4 gold, that jerk. Can gate over to Trinsic and go get the Shrine of Honor taken care of. And then hang out by the shoreline there. Which actually might be a better way to go. No, we do have some sailing to do on this side of Spirit Island. Because there's a particular island that's a sandy beach kind of thing. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens first. If we get a moon gate to Trinsic, or if we get attacked by pirates. Pirates? No. Come on, encounter table. Help a brother out, would you? Whoa, 156. Excellent hit. And Dupree just executed that Nixie. And Joffrey did a solid bit of damage. Come on, Dupree. Come on, Joffrey. Whoa. An excellent hit for 146 damage. Just straight executed that Nixie. Well, it looks like we're more likely to cast Gate than we are to find a pirate ship. And that's okay. And one more moon cycle? How about now? Spells like Maria is the only person with enough mana to cast Gate. Oh, this is going over to you. Dang it. Oh well, you will get us over to Trinsic easily enough. Or actually, no, it won't. Shoot. Because we get to the full moon gates are the ones that open next. I got a little excited and didn't wait long enough. For a long time, I had built in the game, like as the character's levels advanced, since the experience curve is slightly exponential. That more and more encounters would occur as you gained level, but I found that to be a little bit tedious, actually. So I just made sure I made the encounter system pretty flat. Kind of wish I was level 7. We could go talk to Jana and get her to join the party as well. Oh, spells. Over to Trinsic, please. Okay. With all these encounters happening, I wonder if I shouldn't have just walked along the shore. Maria's sling isn't doing much, but we're not worried about that. Maria You know what? Actually, if I'm doing overland fights right now, I'm not actually worrying about anything. I could just bring the other melee fighter back and sort of just go to town. We could use Shimino and his spear just to sort of plonk these guys into oblivion. And then use Maria only when we need to do healing or cure poisons and stuff like that. Or overland things. Because we can cast spells from anyone in the party outside of combat. We can only cast spells from Maria or whoever's in the party, in the combat party while in combat. Maria is now level 6. So I am going to go ahead and make that change. Maria, for the time being, Shimino is going to step up. And Shimino has a spear. Shimino's unarmored. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I guess we have $800. We could see about getting Shimino some armor. Let's go see if there's any armor that we can afford for Shimino. Or better armor we can afford for any of our other classes. Dueling armor, what do you got? Joffrey and Dupree could both benefit from some chain armor. That sounds like a deal. Let's equip. Joffrey's going to be a frontline fighter, so he is going to need some chain. Which means we now have leather armor for Shimino to wear. Okay. Solid. There's the inn. And we came to Trinsic for something in particular. I can't remember what it is. Why did we come to Trinsic? Oh, we came to Trinsic because it was near the shrine. Right. So we're going to venture out over to the Shrine of Honor. Shimino and his spear doing 34 damage. Could have had Sim attack a different rat, probably. Yeah. And Shimino, you know, as a ranger, he actually has a fairly decent attack rate. More magic keys, always good. Okay, somewhere down here, in this general direction, and right there, is a Shrine of Honor. You enter the Shrine of Honor and sit before the altar. For how many cycles would you like to meditate? We'll meditate for 3. You recite the mantra Sum and begin your meditation. Sum for honor. Sum for my lords. Sum for this great land. Sum for my companions. Sum, this meditation will be done. A little joke there. Your thoughts are pure, you are granted a vision. Boom. You have achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of honor. Seek to solve the many quests before you, and honor shall be one of your rewards. There we go. Our emblem of the avatar is filling in. We've got 4 out of 8 pieces. Double check that. Yep, Maria got poisoned. Okay, so that takes care of the Shrine of Honor and Trinsic, or why we're here at Trinsic. Like I said, one perfectly legitimate way to play this game is load your party up with melee fighters, get them some armor and weapons, and just give them the old slap until the slash or the stab until they're dead. unfortunately, you know, you get to a point where you're fighting some magical foes and you lose certain tactical things that you can only really do with magic. Like you saw how we were able to deal with undead and ghosts and stuff. Give me that chest. I want to run into a pirate ship. Give me a pirate ship. I could go to pause and buy a skiff. We'll do an encounter here, see if it's pirates. And if not, we'll move up the shoreline slowly but surely towards pause. And maybe by the time we get there, we can buy a skiff. Something overhead, a dragon. Well, I've got magical weapons now, so yeah. That was, you did a single attack dragon? Ooh, okay, we can deal with dragons pretty easily. And that was, oh yeah, Nixies. I need to take a look in the code again. I'm curious to know if I increased the threat level a little bit by the party's level. And one of the things I'm curious to do probably is, like, in the original game, creatures would spawn in various places off screen and sort of walk to you literally on the map, and then you'd engage in a battle with them. I might consider retooling this game to do something like that rather than having a random encounter system. For a couple of reasons. One, the random encounter system is a script that runs in the background, you know, constantly chewing some CPU, and because this is an interpreted language running in an engine built on an interpreted language, it oops, didn't want to do that. It keep going back and forth. It can be susceptible to CPU slowness. So simplifying that script and not actually having the encounter system running on a clock, have them run on sprites that are on the map instead. And then I can have a condition, you know, that determines whether or not that sprite shows up based on the threat level, and have some calculation for the threat level. There's different ways to do encounters than this random encounter system. Here we go. Finally got some pirates. Random encounters is one way to go. The game itself actually has a random encounter system based on the number of steps you take on the world. And then you just fill in a big table of creatures that might spawn. But I decided to script up my own. And I'm honestly trying to remember why I did that. There was something about the system I didn't like. Maybe it's the lack of control I had to have a varying degree of danger. I honestly cannot remember why I didn't just do map level encounters. Okay, we've got our ship. So we're going to sail down the coast. Items. Well, we know there's something east of Serpent Isle. So we'll just sail on south. Actually, we also know that we're pretty close to the Bay of Hope. We can go in here and search for the wheel of the HMS Cape. The deepest part of the Bay of Hope at some latitude. It's probably like here. Yes, we found the wheel of the HMS Cape. Oh, having the wheel of the HMS Cape mounted makes our ship much faster under normal circumstances. Okay. That's really cool. Cruising right along like a mother trucker. Even going into the wind isn't nearly as bad. So, ocean adventures for us now that we have the wheel of the HMS Cape for sure. Okay. Place with volcanoes east of where we were. I wonder if this is going to... We're actually having a pirate encounter, but we're already on the ship. So I wonder if this is going to spawn the ship next to us. This is an interaction I hadn't... this is an undefined interaction I hadn't considered. So we've got one of our 4 things that we wanted to get. We need to find the skull, and then we need to find the bell, I think. Okay, good. It didn't move the ship. And lastly, the horn. Okay, here's some volcanoes. And there's a spot of deep water. Hello? Okay, I can't seem to find the skull. I wonder if it's because I need to be full avatar? Items. Let's check our journal. The bell, book, and candle. Is that part of the codex quests? Stones, bluestone, valor, justice, honor. 3 avatar rooms. No, it's in the abyss. Magic wheel. I have the magic wheel. I have the Book of Truth. The other one is latitude 208, longitude 176. Okay. Latitude 208, 176. 176 would be a little bit this way. And then 208 is somewhere up here. Nixies. Could also be a bug in the quest line, like it might be like you only pick up the skull if you have the quest mark at a particular space. And it might be misinterpreting that. I don't know. It seems like I should have been able to pick up the skull. Oh, I need to do it on the darkest of nights. Right. I forgot about that part. Important detail. Okay, let's go back there. We have to hang around until... Oh, it's gonna be a while. We missed it. We just missed it. So we'll go ahead and sail up. Even in calm wind, this thing fast. Oh, here we go. Here's a deep well. Somewhere in the middle of the ocean. We found the Bell of Courage. Alright. Well, we're gonna be hanging out near some volcanoes for a little while. Until such time as the moons become fully dark. We could... You know what? Let's go ahead and sail east. I'm gonna give us some favorable winds for a while. Let's get a north wind. This will allow us to really move. It's gonna be a little while before the moons are new. So if we can get over there quickly, we could find potentially the horn we're looking for. Yeah, this magic sword is pretty good. Oh, that was a light blow, though. Jimino, stab him. He's still alive? That creep took like 75 damage. Well, he took 40 something, 44 plus 33 is 77 damage. Interesting. Well, we're getting experience up to wazoo now. Okay. Continuing our sail west around the Serpent's Spine. Or not the Serpent's Spines, items map around the Isle of Deeds and the Cape of Heroes, basically that area. Favorable winds to take up this direction. We're looking for a sandy beach off of near Spiritwood. The New Moon Gates here. More pirates. Nice hit, Sim. Shimino. Tip of the spear, Jeffrey. Man, you miss a lot. I know the miss chance in this game is actually pretty low. It's like 15% maybe 20%, and yet. And I know that enemies are not built. Oh no, the hit chance is 95%, so there's a 5% miss chance, and then all the enemies, I believe, have 15% evade. It sure does seem we miss a lot, though. Cranking some experience fighting those guys. All right, we're coming up on the vicinity of Spiritwood. This game is a little bit glitchy here because, like I said, it's an interpreted script running on an interpreted script language. How this speed is actually being handled. Somewhere around here. There it is. We found the silver horn. So we could now go to the where the Shrine of Humility is if we wanted to, but first we need to fight some seahorses. Change the winds. I'm going to change them to winds blowing towards the east. And get that Skull of Mundane thing. And then we can go get our Avatar Hood and Humility finally. Which would therefore be 5 out of our 8 Avatar Hoods necessary. At some point we might consider taking a rest. Bunch of Black Pearl, and Jeffrey just made level 5. Now, if I wanted to... east, right? Correct. If I really wanted to update this hitchiness on this particular movement mode with the wheel of the HMS Cape mounted, what I would do is have this movement control for sailing be a custom script. Make it a custom script, give it a plugin, and then program it to just program the game to run that script as part of its, movement update. If I have the HMS Cape and everything, if I have the wheel, and depending on the wind direction, change your speed. Maybe what I'll do is some bonus features is you can dive into some of the elements of this game that I've programmed up for certain definitions of programming. It's a drag and drop logic interface. Well, not really drag and drop, it's a... But it is a... I mean... I don't want to belittle the programming setup in RPG Maker MZ. Because again, it's all built in JavaScript, and you can run custom scripts, which means conceivably, if you really wanted to, go into... Oh, can I get there? Yes. Phew. Just in time. So if you really wanted to, you could take this engine as a base and then just do some custom scripts, do some mods. There are lots of mods out there available, but they're all really just various versions of custom scripts. Okay. That change certain behaviors of the game. So we can go in here now where we couldn't before because we have the wheel of the HMS Cape, but we're not ready for that yet. That's the entrance to the Stygian Abyss. We're actually going to sail around to the Shrine of Humility and get our 5th pip of avatarhood done. Yes, that's right. Wipe these guys out. So a party with I chose basically the Bard run. The very first person I was able to add to my party was Dupre. The Bard run starts outside of the city of Britain, or near that moon gate. Let's see here, that's Compassion. The Mage run starts outside of the moon gate near Moonglow. But the town of Moonglow is not in view when that's the case. So, I had one of my kids play. They started the Mage run, choosing honesty above all others. And they immediately stepped through the moon gate, got completely lost. But they did manage to find a town or two where they could possibly have someone join. All right, here we go. Okay, we are on the Isle of the Abyss, and here is the hordes of daemons that we have to worry about before. We have the Silver Horn. The daemon horde flees before the echoes of the Silver Horn, allowing us to enter the Shrine of Humility. You enter the Shrine of Humility and sit before the altar. For how many cycles would you like to meditate? You shall meditate for 3. You recite the mantra Loom and begin your meditation. Loom for the humble soul. Loom, the antithesis of pride. Loom for the foundation of all virtue. Loom. One wonders what the gargoyles call this virtue. Loom. And we are done. Your thoughts are pure, you are granted a vision. You have achieved partial partial avatarhood in the virtue of humility. If you seek the black stone, Search at the time and place of the new moon gate on the darkest of all nights. Well, we have the Blackstone already. There is 5 of our avatar ships done. Let's sail north. We'll go from here north to Verity Isle, where we can just make sure we refresh our reagents and get ourselves ready for the next phase of this great adventure. Here we go. Verity Isle, I am here. Let's just kill some pirates really quick and then put ourselves ashore. Get into the safety of town and proceed from there. Dupree, do some damage. Joffrey, show me what you got. Nice. I'm probably just going to kill that guy. Ooh, he survived. How did he survive? Okay, he's got more than 70 hit points, but less than 90. Alright, get dead. Okay, into Moonglow we go. And here is where we're going to check our journal. My quest. Lord British expended the quest of the Avatars to find the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. He advised me to delve into the dungeons to recover the colored stones of virtue and learn their uses. The Abyss. The Great Stygian Abyss lies in the isle south of Verity Isle and can only be entered by an avatar that has mastered the 8 virtues. We're getting close. We've got 5 of 8 done. I have the magic wheel of the HMS Kate, which magically strengthens the helm of my ship. I have found the Skull of Mundane, which can only be destroyed by casting it into the Great Stygian Abyss. I have the Book of Truth, the Candle of Love, and the Bell of Courage, the 3 artifacts needed to enter the Great Stygian Abyss. The Codex. Only an avatar of all 8 virtues can enter the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom, which lies within the Great Stygian Abyss. The stones are used to obtain the key of 3 parts from the altar rooms connecting all 7 dungeons. The blue stone of honesty lies in the dungeon Deceit. Continue? Yes. The stone of valor lies in the dungeon Distard. The stone of justice lies in some dungeon or other. The stone of honor lies in the dungeon of shame along a river south of the Empeth Abbey near a mountain lake. Each of the 3 altar rooms must be solved to obtain the key of 3 parts. The altar room of courage needs the red, orange, and purple stones for 1 part of the key of 3 parts. There are no more entries on the codex. Other quests. An lighter than air machine, typo included, lies near the dungeon of Hythloth. The mystic armor lies in the oak grove of the Empeth Abbey and can only be claimed by an 8 parts avatar. The mystic sword lies in the training hall of the Serpent's Hold and can only be claimed by an 8 parts avatar. The mystic staff lies in a cave on top of the Serpent's Spine and can only be claimed by an 8 parts avatar. There are no more entries on other quests. So that is the status of all the quests we have going on right now as we continue our Let's Play of Ultima IV, a fan-made recreation by yours truly. Exclusive content on SimGamer TV. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.